What if I told you the richest people on Earth hide secrets inside their homes that no one else is allowed to see? Behind towering gates and guarded walls, billionaires live in houses that look less like homes and more like alternate realities. Mansions with bulletproof windows, entire private islands filled with lemurs and flamingos, and skyscraper towers that look like they were built for gods, not humans. These aren't just luxury homes, they're bizarre, controversial, and sometimes terrifying. Some are built to survive earthquakes stronger than anything ever recorded. Others hide underground bunkers stocked with enough food to outlast an apocalypse. And one, believe it or not, costs more than the annual budget of a small country. Stay tuned, because what these billionaires are hiding behind closed doors will blow your mind. And we're starting with the power couple whose Malibu home shattered records the moment they bought it. When Jay-Z and Beyoncé buy a house, they don't just buy any house, they set records. Their Malibu estate is the most expensive home ever sold in California, over $200 million. This thing looks like it was designed by NASA, sleek, futuristic, and sitting right on the edge of the Pacific Ocean. And because Jay-Z has dealt with security scares in the past, the entire mansion is wrapped in bulletproof glass. That's not all. The property has 4 outdoor pools, a spa, a private basketball court, and of course, a private beach that makes the rest of us feel like backyard kiddie pools don't even count. It's basically a billionaire's fortress disguised as a beach house. But here's the kicker. Even with all this, it's still not the priciest mansion on the market. Because just up the coast, someone tried to sell a home for $500 million. Now imagine a house so big it makes Jay-Z and Beyoncé's Malibu fortress look modest. That's The One, the largest modern home ever built in the US, a 105,000 square foot monster sitting in Bel Air. The developers thought billionaires would line up with their checkbooks when they slapped on a jaw-dropping $500 million price tag. But here's the twist. Billionaires didn't want it. Why? Because inside this mega mansion were some of the strangest rooms money could buy. A jellyfish room, a candy room, and a nightclub the size of an actual club. Sure, it also had a beauty salon, 5 swimming pools, and an outdoor running track. But it was so over the top, even billionaires thought it was too much. Before the project collapsed, one unexpected buyer swooped in at a discount that'll make your jaw drop. And the man who grabbed this bargain wasn't a movie star or oil tycoon. It was the CEO of a fashion brand you've definitely heard of. Just when The One was about to drag its developers into bankruptcy, one billionaire swooped in like a hawk. But it wasn't a tech mogul or a Hollywood legend. It was Richard Branson, the CEO of Fashion Nova, a brand built on Instagram hype and fast fashion. Instead of coughing up $500 million, he snagged the mansion for $141 million. That's a discount of more than $350 million, one of the biggest markdowns in real estate history. For perspective, he basically bought the largest house in America for less than the price of a single penthouse in New York.
The deal shocked the luxury market, and while most people were laughing at The One as a failed project, Branson walked away with a deal of a lifetime. But why stop at a mega mansion when some billionaires buy entire islands just for themselves? While some billionaires flex with mansions, Richard Branson went bigger. He bought his own Caribbean island. Back in the late 1970s, when island real estate was still affordable, he picked up Necker Island for just $180,000. Today, it's worth hundreds of millions. This isn't just a vacation spot, it's Branson's playground. Picture exotic lemurs jumping through the trees, flamingos walking along the beach, and Branson kite surfing in the ocean like a kid with a billion-dollar toy. The island has multiple luxury villas, private chefs, and hundreds of employees working to serve guests. And if you're curious what it costs to rent the whole island, about $15,000 a night. That's the kind of Airbnb only billionaires can dream of. But this paradise isn't always paradise. Hurricanes have wiped out his mansions before, forcing him to rebuild from scratch. And while Branson built his own paradise, one legendary filmmaker designed a ranch that became Hollywood's most secret creative hub. Forget Malibu beaches and Caribbean islands, George Lucas built something far more unique, Skywalker Ranch. Valued at around $100 million, it's not just a home, it's a creative empire hidden in the rolling hills of California.
The ranch is covered in vineyards, olive groves, and even produces its own Wagyu beef. But the real magic is inside. Lucas didn't like renting out sound studios, so he built his own. Today, Skywalker Ranch is home to Lucasfilm's entire sound division, where the soundscapes of Star Wars and Indiana Jones were born. There's a theater with 3-story LED screens, libraries stacked with film history, and even a full fire department on site, just in case some overexcited Jedi fan sets the place ablaze. It's a film nerd's paradise, blending Hollywood legend with country estate living. But Lucas isn't royalty, and the next home belongs to people who literally are. If George Lucas built his own empire, the British monarchy was born into one, and its crown jewel is Buckingham Palace. This place isn't just a home, it's one of the most expensive residences on the planet, valued at over $5 billion. Inside, there are 775 rooms, including a private doctor's office, a police station, and wine cellars stocked with more than 25,000 bottles. The ballroom alone can host 600 guests, and beneath it all, secret tunnels connect the palace to other royal estates, and even a wartime bunker built to survive global disaster. Of course, the cost of maintaining this palace falls on British taxpayers, fueling constant debate. But for the royals, it's more than luxury. It's a symbol of power, history, and survival. Yet even Buckingham can't compete with a skyscraper in Mumbai that looks like a billionaire built a city just for himself. Move over palaces, billionaire Mukesh Ambani decided to build a skyscraper just for his family. Rising 27 stories high and worth over $2 billion, Antilia Tower dominates Mumbai's skyline like a futuristic fortress. The lower 6 floors are basically one giant garage, with space for 168 cars. Above that, a private movie theater, a ballroom with crystal chandeliers, an ice room that creates man-made snow, and multiple gardens stacked vertically into the tower. And because Mumbai sits in an earthquake zone, the building was engineered to withstand a magnitude 8 quake. Here's the craziest part. It takes a staff of 600 people to keep this single home running. 600! That's enough to operate a hotel. But not all billionaires flaunt glass towers. One of the world's richest men built a mansion so secretive, guests had to pay tens of thousands just to step inside. On the outside, Bill Gates's mansion looks like a simple wooden lodge tucked into the Washington woods. But inside, it's one of the most advanced homes ever built. A $130 million smart house nicknamed Xanadu 2.0. Every guest is given a special pin that syncs with the house, letting them control the lighting, climate, and even the artwork on digital panels across the walls. Gates filled the home with more than $80,000 worth of screens that can change to display any painting or photo instantly. There's also a private library with a priceless manuscript worth more than some mansions alone. And because this is Bill Gates, there's a stream stocked with salmon and trout flowing through the property, because why not fish after a coding session? But not every billionaire wants screens and gadgets. One sports legend built a mansion where the backyard doubles as a private golf course. When Tiger Woods isn't breaking records on the golf course, he's practicing in his own backyard, literally. His $54 million estate on exclusive Jupiter Island in Florida comes with a 4-hole golf course, a short game practice area, and even a video studio to analyze his swing. It's basically a golfer's dream laboratory. The mansion also has an oxygen therapy room, multiple pools, and sits in one of the most private communities in America, where only a few hundred people live, all billionaires and celebrities. With hurricane-resistant construction and waterfront views, it's the ultimate sports legend retreat. But here's the kicker. Tiger's Mansion is just one piece of a growing billionaire trend. While some flaunt glass towers and island paradises, others are quietly building hidden underground fortresses, and one of them might just be preparing for the end of the world. What billionaire is building a secret doomsday city? That's a story for next time.